This is a final hearing involving the Gutierrez child. Mr. Alvey is with us for the department. Ms. Ledbetter is with us for CASA. Mr. Nowak is with us representing the child, Santiago. Ms. Kincaid is with us representing the alleged father, Paulino's son, and also any unknown father. Ms. Kincaid, your client is not with us. Were you expecting him? You're muted.
Sorry. It's my understanding that he has never appeared for any of these.
Right.
I've had no contact with him. I was recently appointed, but I wasn't forwarded any contact information for him from Mr. Michelson. So I don't expect him to be here today.
Okay. He has, you're correct in that he's not attended any hearings. Okay, this case was set for 9 o'clock. It's now 9:05. We will proceed in his absence. I have Abigail Lawrence and Christy Ashley in the waiting room.
Judge, if you could bring them both in.
Okay.
Ms. Lawrence is the actual current St. Francis Ministries permanency specialist, but Miss Ashley is going to be the one who testifies this morning.
All right. All right. No one else in the waiting room. Mr. Alvey, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would call Miss Christy Ashley.
Okay. Miss Ashley, if you'd raise your right hand, you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Alvey.
Thank you. Miss Ashley, you currently work for St. Francis Ministries,
Sir.
and previously you were the permanency specialist for Santiago Gutierrez.
Yes, sir.
And you are no longer that permanency specialist, but you have just recently gotten off his case.
Yes. I transitioned on April 17th.
Okay. And you had been a primary caseworker for Santiago since his removal.
That's correct.
During that time, has any person reached out to claim to be the father to Santiago?
Following the adversary, I spoke with Paulino, but I did not speak to him after that.
And Paulino was in Guatemala?
That's correct.
And we've not been able to track him down in Guatemala, even with the consul's help.
He lives in Hoyabaj, Guatemala, but after the adversary, the consulate did make efforts and was not able to speak with him after that.
He's an alleged father, which means he and Santiago's mother were not married as far as you know. Is that correct?
I believe that they were married and then she divorced him and left and came to America with Santiago.
We don't have any proof that he's the actual biological father to Santiago.
We do have a birth certificate with his information on it, but we don't have a way to verify that the birth certificate is legitimate.
And he's not been in contact with us to be able to do a DNA test that was ordered.
Correct.
No other person has claimed to be Santiago's father.
Right.
And we did a paternity registry search, and that paternity registry search failed to show anybody as Santiago's father.
No, sir.
At this time, are you asking the court to terminate any parental rights for the alleged father or for any unknown father?
Yes, sir.
Just for the record, Mr. Son he actually appeared at the adversary hearing. Is that correct?
That is right.
And since that time, he has not made any efforts to come see Santiago.
No.
He's not had any significant contact with Santiago.
There's been no contact.
He's not been able to demonstrate that he had a safe, stable home that we could send Santiago to.
No, sir, we had a home study that Guatemala did submit, and they stated in the home study that he is under the influence every day.
So he's not had any regular contact. He's not had, he's not demonstrated a safe home. And the Santiago's been in the care of the department for more than a year now. Is that right?
That's right.
Do you believe it would be in the best interest of Santiago to terminate Mr. Son's parental rights as well as any unknown father's parental rights?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, that's all the testimony I will ask for. If I would ask the court to take judicial notice of any prior testimony and a final that was at a prior hearing. And we would ask that you follow through and terminate Mr. Son's parental rights and place Santiago in the permanent managing conservatorship of the Texas Department of Family Protective Services.
All right, thank you. Ms. Kincaid, questions?
Just briefly, Your Honor, can you describe the efforts that you made to get in contact with Mr. Son?
Yes, I sent emails monthly to the consulate in order to send messages. I sent his family plan of service to the consulate for them to get to him. They made attempts monthly to speak with him on my behalf and to try to get him to attend court hearings.
Okay, and the result of those emails, were they ever responded to?
Yes, they did respond to me. The only family members that would respond to them were the grandmothers. But in the home study, it was stated that although the grandmothers were able to care for him, Mr. Son was under the influence daily, and so they didn't include him as part of the household. But when I spoke to Mr. Son following the adversary, he did report that he was living in that home with them.
Okay, so would that home be appropriate since he's living in the home?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Nowak?
No questions. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Christy, as far as you know, Mr. Son, he has never obviously he knew about this case because he was at the adversary hearing, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. As far as you're aware, at no time has he filed any kind of pleading admitting that he is the father, and he has not filed any kind of counterclaim for paternity in this case. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Anybody have further questions for Miss Ashley?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Albee, anything further from the department?
No, Your Honor. We'll rest.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Kincaid, did you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor, I rest.
All right. And Mr. Albee, that paternity registry search is on file in this case, correct?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I believe that it was admitted as an exhibit at our previous final hearing.
Okay. All right. Mr. Nowak, did you have any witnesses?
No witnesses, Judge. Rest.
All right. Mr. Nowak, recommendations?
Recommend that Paulino Ramos' sons, the alleged dad, his rights be terminated, and the rights of any unknown fathers also be terminated, Judge. And that the child is doing extremely well and really well in placement. I need to send some more pictures.
Yeah.
And Christy, thanks for always taking my phone calls. That's all I've got, Judge.
All right. And thank you for the picture yesterday. I enjoyed.
Yes, sir.
I like get to see these kids once in a while. So, all right, then, Ms. Ledbetter, anything from CASA?
Nothing to add, Your Honor. We are in agreement with Mr. Nowak. Santiago is doing extremely well. We were really happy with where he ended up.
Yeah, thank you. And just so the record's clear, from what I understand, the current placement's willing to adopt, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay,
Correct.
give me just a second here.
And Your Honor, since this case may take a while due to Santiago's citizenship, we would ask to be dismissed since he is in his permanent placement.
Yeah, I read that in your report, so I'll take that into account. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a status hearing involving the Duke children. Mr. Graff is with us for the department. Ms. Kincaid is with us representing the children. Ms. Stevens is with us representing the mother, Ms. Brock, who is with us. And Ms. Seal is with us representing the alleged father, Nathaniel Duke. He is not with us and not in the waiting room. Ms. Seal, were you expecting him?
I was, Your Honor, but we did visit. If he's not present, we can move forward.
Okay, I'll watch the waiting room for him.
Thank
I have Deanne
Arrested
Oliver
separately.
and Amanda Haas in the waiting room.
Ms. Haas is the permanency worker. I'm not sure if Ms. Oliver might be the CASA in this matter. I'm not.
I don't show we have CASA, but I think we always have CASA in Carson County, don't we?
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's see if that's. Okay, I've let Deanne Oliver in. Miss Oliver, if you would unmute and tell me which case you're here for.
The Duke case, sir?
Okay, are you were CASA?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought so. Okay, we got you in here then. Okay.
Thank you.
That's everybody except for Mr. Albee, and he's in the waiting room for my next hearing. So, Ms. Graff, you may proceed.
Your Honor, if I could have Ms. Haas be sworn in, and we'll get an update from her.
Okay. Ms. Haas, you're muted. There you go. Do you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Graff.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Haas, you're the current caseworker for the Duke children. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And at this point in time, do we have any outstanding parties that still need to be served?
No.
Okay, and we do have some paternity question involving the alleged father, Ms. Seals Klein. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, we're still working to resolve that.
Yes.
Okay, and any reason to believe the Indian Child Welfare Act applies in this case?
Father has stated that his father has lineage, but did not go into detail because he stated that his father never shared any details as a way of not wanting to get any of the benefits.
So did he even identify a tribe?
No, sir.
Okay. At this point in time, I noted that family plans of service have been filed as to the alleged father and the mother. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And were those service plans created in collaboration with the parents?
Yes.
And you went over that with them?
Yes.
Okay. Can you please identify the services that the parents are agreeing to?
Sure. For Shelby Brock, we have created a plan of service with the services being parenting classes as a way to help establish a bond and maintain a bond with Bruce and Ezekiel, and rational behavioral therapy due to the circumstances that were leading to Bruce and Ezekiel's removal.
Okay, and then what about the father?
For the father, we suggested we requested BIP for domestic violence perpetration due to the circumstances leading up to removal, along with rational behavioral therapy, understanding decisions and his actions leading up to removal.
Okay. And would you say that the services are narrowly tailored to address the needs of the family?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking that service plan be made in order of the court at this time?
Yes.
Okay. And the children, are they still in the same placement with the maternal relatives?
Yes, they are.
And how are they doing?
They're thriving.
Okay. And they're too young to be asked about any placement preferences. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And you said they're thriving, so you have no concerns about that placement at this time?
No concerns.
Any special needs or any supports that the caregivers require?
We are in the process of asking for a helmet for Ezekiel's head. Unfortunately, it is a little bit misshapen, and so we're in the process of helping with that as well. And both boys are receiving ECI to help with their development.
Okay. And what reasonable efforts have been made to allow the children to return home since our adversary hearing?
Along with supporting or giving the family plans of service, we've been in contact with both Shelby and Nathaniel. We have established a visitation plan, and we've also made sure to have them access resources that are available to assist with their needs.
Okay. Any concerns about the visitation that you'd like the court to be aware of?
Yes. Visitation between Bruce and Nathaniel have been challenging. Bruce has displayed behaviors and regressive behaviors before, after, and during his visits with Nathaniel. He's developed food aversion with specific foods. He has become more upset. He has become more anxious towards the visitation times and even setting up the devices for the virtual visit. He's done that. He's hidden from the camera. He's also made some behaviors where he has been very upset towards even placement, in that he has a behavior of hitting himself or lashing out or having outbursts with placement.
Now, are father's visits separate from the mother's?
Yes,
Are you seeing the same kind of behaviors following the mother's visits, or is it just the dad's visits?
just the dad's visits.
Okay. Do you have any recommendations about how to address that?
If we can have visits, sorry, I lost my thought. If we can have them suspended until we can address these issues.
Would you
And
want some sort of therapeutic intervention?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Did just two quick questions additionally. Should the department be maintained as temporary managing conservatorship at this time?
Yes,
Is it still contrary to the welfare for the children to be returned home?
yes,
Was there still a serious risk of substantial harm to their safety if they were to be returned home?
yes,
Okay. And are these plans in the best interest of the children at this time?
yes.
Thank you. Pass the witness.
All right, thank you. Ms. Haas, does Ezekiel have the same kind of issues after visits with dad, or is it just Bruce?
It is just Bruce.
Do you think, though, if we were to let father see Ezekiel and Bruce was not able to see him, you think that would be more detrimental? Or
Given Ezekiel's age and his overall disposition, he has not had any behaviors, so he can continue to have visits with that.
I guess probably Bruce is young enough too. He wouldn't necessarily see that as I'm being punished. I don't get to see dad if he's already having trouble seeing dad.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. And did the parents sign their plans?
Yes, they did.
Okay. And you answered Mr. Graff's question about contrary to the kids' welfare, but would it be a continuing danger to the physical health and safety of the kids to be returned to either parent today?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Stevens, questions?
Briefly, Your Honor. Amanda, are you aware that my client is reporting that she's having trouble getting a hold of the service providers that she's supposed to be in contact with?
I have been in communication with her and trying to find those services. Due to the regional differences, I've been even having issues myself.
Okay. So with the regional differences, are we going to be able to get those services started pretty soon?
I have put in a request for an LPS worker, a local permanency specialist, to assist with reaching out with those resources.
Okay. And you just haven't heard back on having a regional one?
Correct.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Forgive me. All right. And are you going to stay on top of that so we get that started as fast as possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. That's the witness.
All right, thank you, Ms. Seal.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Haas, as far as the therapeutic intervention regarding the visitation between my client and Bruce. Do you have kind of a plan in mind for that? Have you reached out to anyone yet?
We have a couple of resources that we reach out to. Given father's current situation in jail, we are trying to also make those arrangements and see what we can do on that end as well.
Okay. Did not know he was incarcerated. Do you know what county he is incarcerated in?
He is in Limestone, I believe. He was arrested, or he was placed back on. I got notification on Wednesday night or yesterday from Shelby that he was placed there on Wednesday.
Okay. Do you have any contact information or location information that you could forward to me?
I will do my best to go find some.
Okay, thank you. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Where did you say he was incarcerated, Amanda?
He's in Limestone,
Is that in Texas?
Groesbeck, Texas, down towards Waco.
Do you know what he was arrested for?
They have a lot of pending charges. I will check with my sources on what that information is.
Okay.
I know that there are some charges relating to this case.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Ms. Kincaid?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Are the children up to date on their medical and dental?
Yes.
And were there any concerns?
The only concern was with Ezekiel's head and their overall development.
Okay. And are there any additional interventions other than ECI the kids are receiving?
No.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
All right. I assume that if dad's in jail right now, then visitation is not going to be an issue for a while anyway, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that should give us time to work on something to make it therapeutic in nature with Bruce. So, okay. All right. Mr. Graff, do you have anything further?
No, Your Honor, with that, the state rests.
Okay. Ms. Stevens, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Seal?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Kincaid, recommendations?
I recommend that they continue, the department remains temporary managing conservator, continue current placement. The current placement has been great with communication and the kids are doing really, really well there.
Okay. And Ms. Oliver, Casa, have anything to add?
Yes, Your Honor. I had seen the children 2 weeks ago and they're doing great at placement. And I did hear the concerns about how visitation was going. And so I am happy to hear that there's going to be a plan in place to help with that. So that's all I have to bring. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. As always, we love having Casa. And what the relative that I assume the kids are placed together. And what relative is it? I didn't catch that.
Christina Marquez and Billy Marquez.
And they are related how?
They are the adopted parents to Shelby's niece.
Okay, so they're not truly blood relatives, but
adopted relatives, yes.
They're fictive. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Christy is my mother's 13th cousin.
Okay, so it's a maternal something. That's what I'm getting at. Is it a maternal relative or paternal? So it sounds like it's maternal.
It's maternal, yes.
Okay. Okay. Then I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, continue the current placement. I'll order each parent to complete the services as contained in their service plans. I will order that Mr. Duke's visitation with Bruce be suspended until it can be set up, arranged to be therapeutic in nature. All right, the initial permanency hearing, our next hearing will be on August 19th, 2026. It will be by Zoom, just like today's hearing, so parties can ask their lawyers or anyone can go on the court's online docket a day or two before August 19th to see what time that hearing will be set for, so you're not just waiting around in the waiting room. So, okay, that will conclude this hearing. For any of you involved, I'll be back at 10:15 to call a Gray County adversary hearing involving the Jones child. Otherwise, we'll be in recess. Everybody have a good weekend. I will call Gray County case number 41726. This is an adversary hearing involving the Jones child. Mr. Albie's with us for the department. Ms. Williamson's with us for CASA. Ms. Kincaid is with us representing the child, and Ms. Grant is with us representing the mother, Ms. Wright, who is with us. I have Letha Little and Abigail Garcia Lawrence in the waiting room.
Judge, Miss Little is the investigator involved in this case. Will please bring her in, and Miss Lawrence will be the St. Francis Ministries permanency specialist. So if you please bring her in.
Okay, get them both in. That clears out our waiting room.
And then, Judge, we would like to make an announcement when the time is right.
You have an agreement? Is that what you're saying?
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. I think everybody's in. No one's in the waiting room, so you can announce the agreement.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the department would like to announce that Ms. Wright has agreed to work for the department to remain as temporary managing conservator of this child, that Ms. Wright will agree to work services as set forth in a permanency plan developed by St. Francis Ministries. We will continue to look for an appropriate family placement. She has given us a couple of names, and we'll look at those people before we get too much further down the road.
Okay. All right, Ms. Grant, is this your client's agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Kincaid, are you in agreement?
I am, Your Honor.
Ms. Williamson, does CASA have anything else they need to add today? You're muted.
Now she's gone.
No,
Yeah.
she's there.
Oh, gosh.
I can hear you.
Okay. No, Your Honor, we don't have anything else to add.
Okay, all right, thank you. I just need to know where is Anaya currently placed, the type of facility in city or county?
Miss Lawrence, can you tell us that, please?
She is at a foster home in Borger.
Okay. That's okay. That's all I needed. Okay, then I will approve that agreement. I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator. I will continue Anaya's current placement. I will set the status, the status hearing in this case for June 17th, 2026. It will be by Zoom, just like today's hearing. So Ms. Wright, you can either ask Ms. Grant or anyone with St. Francis or the department, or anyone can go on the court's online docket a day or two before June 17th to see what time of day we'll have that hearing, so you're not waiting around in the waiting room all day long. So, okay, I appreciate y'all working that out. This was our last hearing for the day, so we'll stand in recess. Everybody have a good weekend.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Amy,